What's going on, guys? Lone Driver Mike again, bringing you another video. And in this video, guys, we're going to talk about, is DoorDash stealing tips? Now, I've heard rumors, people say this and that, but as far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen them steal my tips. I've had customers say, oh, I tipped you 20%, or and many customers won't tell you. But, in the long run, like I said, if you're going to make a false claim, you have to prove it with actual proof. You have to see the proof. So the only way to figure out is if DoorDash is stealing your tips is if you have to ask the customer. Now, if you don't feel comfortable asking the customer how much, if you tip me, can I know how much? Because, and then even if you ask them, they can lie to you. Like people say, oh, customer told me he tipped me this much, and then, because people lie. You have to physically see on his app, how much he tipped you. Now, they show you the receipt. They show you how much the tip was, how much the fees were, how much the food was, and the tip amount. So what you have to do is you have to say it in a way that's polite. Like, hey, I'm doing this because, I heard rumors that the DoorDash was stealing the tips. So if you don't feel comfortable like showing me how much you tip me, that's okay, that's fine, I won't disturb you. But I'm doing this because, other drivers told me that DoorDash is stealing the tips and all this. And if we get the word out there, then there'll be a lot more transparency and honesty, and who knows, maybe customers will start tipping us cash. But in my opinion, and from the facts that I haven't seen enough proof that they do steal tips, they don't, because a lot of orders, like especially the big orders, I will get my tip. Like on, I would say $100 worth of food and up, I'm getting payouts anywhere from $20 to like $50. I took a $175 order, and they tipped like, what was it, about $30 on the app. So 17, that's about 34. So she didn't tip exactly 20%, but it was probably closer to 15, between 15 and 20. Probably she tipped about 18% of that, and that's average. That's the normal tip amount. And then she pulled out another $20 bill and was like, here, thank you for your service, because I put it in the hot bag. I was nice, I was early, I was real respectable, clean shaven. Sometimes your appearance matters too, and she might not have gave me that $20 if I was looking all raggedy and wasn't nice, polite, wasn't on time. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, she pulled out that 20 and was like, oh, here's extra tip. I already tipped you on the app. I think she said 15 or 17% or something. So when I did the math, and when you end the dash, when you drop it off, it shows you the details, how much you got tipped, and it shows you the full amount. So when people claim like, oh, they're stealing tips, you have to prove it. You have to physically prove it. And the only way, like I said, the only way to prove it, and there's another way you can do it, guys. Ask your friend, ask someone you trust to order DoorDash. When they're going to order DoorDash, let's say a family member or a friend or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, let's just say they're hungry or something, or you tell them, when you order DoorDash next time, let me know, I'll be in your area or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and have them order the DoorDash, and then that person, hopefully you'll get that order, hopefully, and then compare the tips, and you tell your friend, I need to see your tip. That you have to physically see the tip, take a picture, make a video. Actually, a video is better, because you could take a picture and someone can say, oh, that's photoshopped, so that's another picture from another driver. So to really show proof of that, you have to make a video. I know that you're not supposed to ask the customers, how much did you tip me? But if you're that concerned, show me proof. Show me a video. I have not seen one video. You see videos about, a few videos out there say, DoorDash steals tips because the delivery pay was $5, and delivery pay is separate from tips. You can't say, well, back in the day, Mike, remember when they paid $5 per order? Yes, I do remember that. But that is delivery pay. They lowered the delivery pay only when the tip is $5 or higher. So when you get a tip of $5 or higher, you're going to notice with the delivery pay when you drop it off and when the screen pops up how much the pay was total, it'll say DoorDash pay $1 because the tip was good. That's how they do it now. It's been like that for 3 years. When I first started, or 2.5 years. When I started a long time ago, 3 years ago, it was flat $5 and then you'd get a tip, but I would hardly get a tip. So they actually updated the app to where they don't necessarily force the tip, but it's preset at 15%. So let's say, for example, you get like a Chipotle order. Like yesterday, I got lucky. 2 burritos and some chips. That was about, $20 worth of food. And so the tip was $2 and something. So that's about 10%. But then before she closed the door, she's like, oh, here's extra tip. Thank you. So that was extra $5. But usually on the app, when you order as a customer, especially with Grubhub, they tip you, they tip before the app, and DoorDash, they're quite similar because they do the percentages. So 10% of the bill, 15, I think it goes 20 and then 25, but I'm not sure. But I know it's 15 and 20, 10, 15, and then it goes up to 20 or something, and then you can do custom amount. So for someone to physically tip you 0, because it's already set, even on the small orders, it's already set at like $3. If they order one item, it's always set at like $2 or $3 at first. So it's already set at there, you know what I'm saying? And so what you got to realize also is when people tip, it's according to how much food it is. It doesn't matter about, oh, this person is cheap ass, I only got $2 tip. Well, they ordered one item, dude. They ordered $10 worth of a combo, McDonald's combo, $10. Or, Chipotle, $10, They ordered one burrito with a soda or one burrito with some chips. That only cost $10. So what you have to realize also is people are getting like confused and people think, oh, DoorDash steals tips. You have to show proof of that. I mean, serious proof of that. That's a serious claim. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you go to court, this person's killed this person. Well, you got to prove it. DNA, evidence, all this kind of stuff, paper trail, text message, phone calls, all this kind of stuff. Same with accusing DoorDash of stealing tips. And I told you guys, the only way to figure that out is if the customer's hella cool about it, and he seems hella cool, then you just ask him. Be like, hey, I want to do an experiment. Do you have 5 minutes? Ask him. If he says, oh no, sorry, I don't, that's fine. He wants to get in and eat. Some people are nice about it. If a driver asks me, oh, how much did you tip me? I want to know if DoorDash is stealing tips. I would say, fine, sure, let's make a video real quick. I'd be willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? So if a driver asked me, was like, hey, how much did you tip me? And I'll be honest, if it's 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, I mean, especially on the small orders, it doesn't matter. So when I order DoorDash, it's only for myself. And DoorDash is going to pay $6 because $6 is the minimum. $6 is the minimum in Sacramento. So if I don't tip more than $5, it's still going to be $6. So say, for example, if I tip $5, DoorDash will pay $1, payout will be $6. If I tip 0, right? Tip will say 0, but DoorDash will be forced to pay the full $6 because it's $6 minimum in my area. You see what I'm talking about? So when people say, oh, they steal tips, it's like, no, they manipulate the pay because they don't want to pay a lot of money. That's why now DoorDash is king. They're a $1 billion company. Evaluation was $1 billion. I think it said last year or this year. I mean, they're on top now because they're collecting all the delivery fees and they also charge the restaurant a percentage of the food. So they're getting a percentage of the food costs and the delivery fees from the customer. Then also they charge a service, they call it service and tax, service and fees or service and tax. It's a small little amount, maybe $2 or $3. Maybe some of that goes to tax, but maybe a few cents or $1 maybe out of that goes to DoorDash too. Service and taxes. Then there's delivery fee, and then they charge they charge the restaurant a percentage. So yeah, they're getting a lot of money. So can DoorDash afford to pay us $5 per order? Oh, hell yes. They can go back to that. They can go back to how it used to be back in the day. We'd make a lot more money. And don't get me wrong, that pisses me off. But when someone says DoorDash steals tips, realize what you're saying. DoorDash is not stealing tips. I guess they're stealing the delivery pay from us because it used to be $5 and then they changed it. But when they changed the pay, what can you say about it? Well, they're still stealing it because, you know, it used to be $5. Well, okay. Well, they changed it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and they lowered it. So I think by law, you know, you can't do that. It's like you go to work, you usually get a raise. You don't lose money. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. If you claim that DoorDash is stealing tips, you have to physically show the customer's app, make a video, be like, sir, I'm doing an experiment for YouTube to see if DoorDash is stealing our tips. You know, I don't care if you tip me $0. I don't care if you tip me a $2 or $3 or nothing. All I care about is to make sure that your tip says what my tip says on my app. That's all I want to do. And just be real nice about it. Who knows? You know, some people are nice. Oh, sure, no problem. Well, I tipped you about $3, but I'll show you my phone and everything. We'll make a video. Some people are really cool about it. I mean, seriously, some customers are like, hey, that's private information. I did tip you, but I'm not telling you the amount. So when you get a customer like that, say, hey, I apologize. This is only for, you know, this is only for my research. It's no big deal. I appreciate your business. You know, I hope you continue to use DoorDash, and I hope you have a good day. And she might say, oh, that's fine. You know, like, nothing personal. It's just I don't want to show you. I don't want to show you my phone. I don't want to show you my information. I don't want to show you how much I tipped you. You know, she might tell you, oh, I tipped 15% of the bill or whatever. So all you have to do is do the calculator. Okay, she said she tipped me 15, but then she could be lying too. So like I said, guys, if you want to see if DoorDash is stealing tips, you got to ask the customer. Okay, I'm doing an experiment for DoorDash. You know, I'm a YouTuber, or you know, this is for my own like record, you know, that I want to see if DoorDash is stealing my tips, because there's, you know, on Facebook someone said they're stealing tips, but I don't believe them. You know, so ask the customer. If you really think DoorDash is stealing tips, ask the customer. Have the balls to do it. I don't have the balls because this is my only job. I'm not going to mess up my only job, and I know for a fact they're not stealing tips because there's no proof of it. You have to have proof. It's like you know, like I said, you accuse someone of a crime, you got to show proof. So if you really want to know, you have to make a video. Show it, and I guarantee you that video is going to show up. That video is going to blow up on YouTube. And then DoorDash is going to say, fuck, they caught us. But do you really think a company is that stupid? No, they're not going to steal your tips. They might lower our delivery pay because they do have the right to do that. But they don't have the right to steal our tips. That's against the law. They can get into a lot of trouble. Now, if they are doing it, then show proof. Ask the customer, you know, I'm gonna record. I'm gonna make a quick little like 2-minute video. I just want you to show me your app, how much you tip me. I don't care if it's $0, and just be honest. Say sincerely, I don't care if I get tipped or not, but I'm doing this to make sure that DoorDash is transparent and that they're showing us the tips and that the tips are matching. If you tip me $5, then on my phone it should say customer tip $5. It should be exact. It should not be even 1 cent off. Even 1 cent off is considered stealing, in my opinion. You know, you say, oh, that's, you know, maybe there was a glitch or something. No, it doesn't matter. Even 1 cent is considered stealing. Even $1. And they're already making so much money off the order because the customer, the restaurant puts the menu on the app, right? They go into a contract with DoorDash. They give a percentage to DoorDash. I talked to some restaurants. I said, how does DoorDash work? Oh, well, we got to pay them every order, a percentage of the order or whatever. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, or I don't know how it goes. But they pay. The restaurant pays DoorDash, and then the customer pays DoorDash for deliveries. It's called delivery fee, and there's another thing called service. It's called service and tax fee or service fee or something like that. And that also goes to DoorDash. And every now and then, the prices will not match what it says on the restaurant. So, like, one time I delivered a sushi order, and it said the subtotal was like $70. And I went to the restaurant, and they're like, why does it say $70 on your phone? She, like, it was like the manager or someone, the owner or something. She's like, why does it say you charge the customer $70? I'm like, I didn't charge customer $70. They're like, well, you have your red card, you're going to charge them right now. I said, look, that's DoorDash. All the prices on DoorDash, if you want to update that and everything. And she's like, well, they're supposed to know how much the food is and all that. I'm like, then you have to call DoorDash and lower it, you know? She's like, so what about the extra $20? Do you get that, or who gets that? I'm like, I don't get extra $20. You know what I'm saying? I get $1 from DoorDash and then the tip. You know what I'm saying? I get a minimum $6. So if there's no tip, I get the $6. But 9 out of 10 times, I'm getting good. At least if it's like a sushi order, you know, I'm getting at least, you know, $10 tip or more. So she was like, well, that's not cool and everything. And, you know, I mean, shit, you know, people spending that much money on that, I should raise my prices. And I'm like, look, I don't know, man. So DoorDash does, you know, sometimes the prices are off, and they are making money. They're making a lot of money. So believe me, they don't need to steal our tips. They're making a lot of money. They could actually pay us a little bit more than $1 per delivery. Well, I mean, if there's no tip. If there's no tip, they have to pay some minimums. Like my friend is working in Dallas, Texas. He got to pay a $4.11. So his minimum is like $4 over there. I'm like, how the heck can you accept an order for only $4? That's crazy. Unless he's, you know, if he's only going a mile or two, I mean, that's not bad still. But $4, and that includes the tip, that's very low. And he's saying he was busy, nonstop busy. I think he was in Houston, Texas, and that area was shit. And now he's in Dallas, Texas, and it's hot, it's on fire. And I gave him some advice. I said, look, now you can be a cherry picker. A cherry picker is someone that when you're so busy that you have the option to decline orders because you can get better orders than the $6 payout or the $4 payout. You know, so look for orders that are, you know, shorter distances or higher payouts, or even bigger food, you know, bigger orders. Look for 8 items. Look for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 items. Because I took that one for $175 worth of sushi. My payout was $51. Guess how much DoorDash paid me? $1. You see what I'm talking about? So what can we do to fight against that? Well, work smarter. Don't work harder. Don't drive your car to the ground. Decline the bad ones, man. Don't accept one for 8 miles unless, like I said, I took that one yesterday. It paid me $17. Some might say, oh, that Mike, that's not that good. $17 for 8 miles. It's $2 a mile. Better than nothing. That was my best one I did yesterday. Sometimes the far ones are good, but make sure that it's a big order. I would say at least $100. That one was only $92. It was close enough, so I just accepted it. Because you can unassign the order. You can accept it, check out the order, check out the subtotal. You know, let's say it's kind of far. Let's say it says 10 items. But let's say it's from, for example, Mexican food. Mexican food's not that much. If they got a combo, like 10 combos, like enchilada plate with beans and rice, that's going to be about $10. But 10, let's say 10 tacos. 10 tacos is not going to, you're not going to pay $10 for a taco. You're going to spend maybe $2 for each taco. So a lot of times you'll get like a lot of items, let's say from a Mexican restaurant, but it's actually not that much food. You know, I mean, it's a lot of food, but it doesn't cost that much. So if you accept big orders, make sure they're from like Asian restaurants, nicer restaurants, like sit-down restaurants, Italian, even pizzas. If you get a pizza order, 10 pizzas, you know, a large pizza is like, what, 15, 20 bucks. So you do the math on that. You know, most of the time, the tip's going to be good on that, guys. I'm serious. So, because they, like I said, they set it at 15%. So just do the math. 15% of $100 is $15, you know, or it might be a little bit more. $16, $17 tip, you know. So anyways, in my opinion, and from what the facts show, DoorDash does not steal tips. They're transparent now. They show you the pay details. And like I said, if you're going to accuse someone of stealing tips, you have to show proof of that. You cannot just say, well, you know, Why do I only get $1 per delivery and then the rest is a tip? It sounds, because they lowered the delivery fee. That's all they did. They give us $1 now if the tip is pretty good. You know, in some areas, like I told you, some areas is only $4 minimum. So if they tip $3, then DoorDash only gives $1. Here it's $6. So if they tip $5 or higher, and DoorDash only gives us $1. You see what I'm saying? So that's how they get away with that. But when you're saying they're directly stealing our tips, no. They use the tip against us so they don't have to pay us the full $4 or $5 or $6. Because if they don't tip us, guys, they have to pay because they changed it now. You see what I'm saying? So anyways, if you want to know for sure that if they're stealing tips, you have to ask the customer, and we're really not even supposed to do that. But if you got the balls and the webbles and you think, no, man, I need to find this out right now. This is bugging me. This has been bugging me for years, and I haven't seen proof. You gotta find out real proof. Or if you don't want to ask a customer, ask a friend or a family member. Tell them, can you order a DoorDash for dinner? I'll pay for half of it, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And compare the apps. Be like, how much did you tip me? Pull out your camera, make a video of it. All right, guys, this is how much my cousin tipped me. Here we go. DoorDash, McDonald's, or Taco Bell, or whatever. P.F. Chang's, let's see. Okay, it says $6.11. Let me look at my screen. $6.11. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're stealing, if someone's stealing tips, they would do it to everyone. Why would they pick certain orders to steal from? You see what I'm saying? So it's just it's a false claim. It's a bullshit. They're not stealing our tips, guys. And until you can show that proof, it's not true. They lowered the delivery pay. I understand that's frustrating, but what can we do about it? Just work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? If it's so busy in your area, then start declining the shittier orders. One item, say it's hella far, decline that one. If it's close by, 1 or 2, 3 miles for $6, $5 even, then do it. If it's like hella items, and if it's a little bit further than you want to go, and you accept it, and it says like $100 or $150 worth of food, or let's say $200 worth of food, you better take that order, because that tip's going to be good, most likely. I've never seen anyone stoop me on a really big order. Maybe once or twice, and I've done 3,000 DoorDash orders, and I've only had maybe 1 or 2 that really stiffed me. I mean, all my big orders, anything over $100, I made at least close to $20, from $20 to $50 average. You see what I'm talking about? So that's all I'm saying. So yeah, guys, DoorDash, they might be lowering our delivery pay, and that's something that I don't like and I don't appreciate, but I know for 100% fact they're not stealing our tips. And so if you want to prove me wrong, go ahead, make a video, but you got to show proof. I'm talking about make a video, pull out your camera, ask the customer, I need to see what you tipped onto your app. You have to see it. DoorDash receipt, Chipotle, the fees, this and that. Maybe the fee was $2, tip was $3, and then end your thing, see it, record it. Record everything. That's the only way you can accuse DoorDash of stealing tips, because they're not. They lowered the delivery pay, I get it, but they're not stealing tips. So anyways, guys, sorry this was a long video. I'm trying to shorten my videos, but like I said, I'm trying to get the point out there, trying to give you guys advice, and trying to give you guys tips and tricks on how to make money. And I have other good videos. I made like 8 videos lately, so this is my 9th in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and that's it. That's all I've got to say. All right, guys, peace out, and see you later.